The flower stand on Fun with Flowers and Jay is provided by Golden Flowers.
Welcome to the world of flowers. I'm Jay Schwanke. I've spent my entire life surrounded by flowers. As a fourth-generation florist, flowers have been a part of my daily life for as long as I can remember. Now I'm on a mission to share my knowledge and love of flowers with everyone I meet. Growing, picking, arranging, designing, and sharing. It's all fascinating to me because I love flowers. Anything flowers and everything flowers. Welcome to Fun with Flowers and Jay. Today on Fun with Flowers and Jay, we're sharing the secrets behind creating a hand-tied bouquet. A hand-tied bouquet that's European style that will stand up on the table when you're finished. Hand-tied bouquets are more popular than ever before, and the trend doesn't seem to be going away. So I think it's important for us to learn how to make a proper hand-tied bouquet. And the first step would be to prepare our flowers. All flowers are different, but in this case we've got a rose. We want to remove the leaves that are going to fall below the water line and also below where we're going to hold it in our hand. There's also a great product like the Rose Pro Stripper that allows us to grab our stem, remove the leaves, and also dethorn it at the same time. Thorns are important. We want those removed so that when the girls are holding these bouquets, they're not going to get stuck. So then you'll see that I've divided everything up and laid it out on the table. I've segmented each one of the different flower types. Each one's been prepared with the leaves removed so that it's going to make it easy for me to create the bouquet in my hand. So you'll notice, for today's bouquet, I've selected tints, tones, and shades of pink, and we've accented it a little bit using some blue with these beautiful hydrangeas. You'll also notice that the different flowers have different textures. That's going to allow relief to happen inside my bouquet and also for me to have different variations so that when the flowers are next to each other, it's going to be interesting to look at and beautiful to photograph. Creating hand-tied bouquets was perfected by the Europeans, and we'll be using that same technique today to create our bouquet. We'll be making it inside my hand, and I'm going to allow my forefinger and my thumb to create the vase for the flowers themselves. When we pick up our stem, it actually goes into the vase. We're going to start with a hydrangea in the center. It's a beautiful antique hydrangea from Esprit, Miami. And we'll add a little bit of interest to that by slipping a rose into the center, Pink Intuition. I'll remove these leaves and actually slide that right through the hydrangea as an armature. Tucks down there nicely. So then over into my hand, we're going to add our flowers surrounding that hydrangea as well. We're going to group another Pink Intuition in there. As we add these, we're going to add our flowers at a 45-degree angle and on top of the last one that went in. That's the key to creating a spiral hand-tied bouquet. And it's a perfect opportunity for us to create a beautiful bouquet that can also stand on its own. We also have some amazing David Austin roses from Green Valley. This one's called Rosalind. And we're going to use those too. Again, 45-degree angle and on top. If a leaf like this gets in the way, I just remove that. We'll take that tag off a little bit later. You'll also notice that today I'm going to use carnations as well. I love carnations. These again are from Esprit, and they're gorgeous because they add color and variation. 45-degree angle and on top. They're actually going to tuck down below those other flowers, but notice how it makes all of those transition together so nicely. Some Alstroemeria. These are from Rosaflora in Canada. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, you'll notice I'm bringing the tip of that flower right down into my hand and at a 45-degree angle on top. What's actually happening is you're noticing I'm forming a spiral. So that spiral is going to allow this to stand up. Gerber daisies, going to look nice in there too, 45-degree angle. So now you're noticing why I laid things out on the table, because that way I can transfer with each one of those and kind of eyeball what I'm creating and how it's going into the bouquet. You'll notice that I take care of each flower as I put it into. If I see a leaf or something that needs to be removed, or a petal, I take care of that right now. It's a perfect opportunity for me to create each bouquet individually and also take care of the flowers themselves. The reason that I strip the stems of the flowers too is so that I can pull them up into the bouquet and adjust exactly where they go. So things can raise up or raise down into my bouquet. Also, if I want to, I can turn the entire bouquet in my hand to add things to the other side. But I'm still going in at all times at that 45-degree angle. Grouping two flowers together also increases the impact of that flower itself. So it adds to interest of the arrangement. And I love having those carnations in there. They look so great. You'll also notice that the spiral of the bouquet continues to expand. That's because I'm adding the flowers at a 45-degree angle. You'll notice there's a vacancy here. I've switched it around so that I can go in and catch that space too. Those two Gerbers push those two Austin roses together right there. Now I have this one big hydrangea here. My second hydrangea is going to go right there. Nice and tight to that side. And again, pulling up my flowers to adjust them so we can see everybody perfectly. Again, watch out for those little thorns. You can pop those off with your finger. That's a beautiful bouquet. It's a little bit bigger than I normally would do, but I had such beautiful flowers, and I wanted you to get the idea of a hand-tied bouquet. Remember that something like this could also be used as a reception decoration too, or it's a fun way to create a presentation bouquet to give to someone as a gift. Our final step will be to add a collar of this Fun Time Baby's Breath from Esmeralda around the outside. Baby's Breath is gaining in popularity again, and the Fun Time has been color enhanced. So we're going to add this as a collar around the base of the bouquet itself. We're tucking it in tight and just working our way at that 45-degree angle around the bouquet itself. We can pull off longer laterals like this too and add them in. We'll tuck those underneath our hydrangea and finish up around the outside. We've got a little break right here. That's okay. That hydrangea has great texture. We don't want it to fight so much with that baby's breath right next to it. So now it's time for us to tie this off. We use this beautiful moss green craft covered wire from Reliant Ribbon. It's perfect for this because it looks very natural. We'll run a length of this off. Now you'll notice where this is tied together, that's where my hand was holding it. It was the vase that we were actually creating our bouquet in. Our hand acted as a vase. Now, we're going to add the tie in the exact place where our hand was. So we're going to start with the end of the wire and bring it down under our thumb. Then this top part will wrap around exactly where our hand was. We want this to be nice and tight, so I get it positioned, and then I just keep wrapping it around the outside. We're binding it in that central location. We'll also make sure that I'm being nice and neat and tidy about it as well. Our two ends come around. We can place that on our table and then tie that together. because there's a great durable wire inside here that's going to cinch that knot really tight for us. We'll go around again and tie it in a different location. And this time we'll tie a double knot. These pieces, they're so good looking, we can just curl them up to a little tendril so they become decorative as well. Now it's time to cut it off. We grab the bunch together and grab our bunch cutters. We cut everything off nice and flush, so it's completely even. So then, when we take it over, we simply tap it on the table and it stands up. You see, all that happened because we used the 45-degree mechanic the entire way. This is what they've been doing in Europe for a long time. And now you know the secret.